Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. Today is Saturday, March 8th. We got 8 NBA games for today's slate, including one big matchup, Celtics versus the Lakers. I will have a separate slip on my Discord for that. Recap of Flex Friday. You should have gone 4 of 5. Chet Holmgren was the DNP. De'Aaron Fox was the only one that did not hit, and I took his Gabi. He didn't even cash his Gabi. But everything else hit. Durant, Jonas, Jared Allen, and Jaden McDaniels all hit. You should have gone an easy 4 for 5. Unfortunately, once Chet Holmgren got ruled out, I added 2 Cleveland Cavaliers to my Flex Friday. Both of them chalked. I ended up going 406, but you should have gone 405 on that video yesterday. It was Flex Friday. It was a protected play anyways. Hopefully we can bounce back to today. First one I'm going to be going, that's going to be my play of the day. It's going to be Miles Bridges. Hornets are out with Mark Williams. LaMelo Ball just got rolled out. Miles Bridges is the number one option. You can also target Josh Green in this one. I think he's probably going to be my number 2. Miles Bridges, I think everything's in play. I'm going to go with this PRA. I am going to take his fantasy score as well. But Josh Green is another good option. I do have his PRA going over as well. But for Miles Bridges, I got to take him. The matchup is there also against Brooklyn Nets. Should be competitive. I don't expect this to be a blowout given the limited players that the Hornets have. Nets are so it should be competitive. I hope there's not a blowout. But for Miles Bridges, I am going to be taking him. He is my number 1 option today. Points and rebounds and PRA are the 2 options. Once his fantasy score gets posted, that's another option as well. For Miles Bridges, that is our first leg as soon as PrizePicks loads up. Gobbies are all in play as well. But PRA is his best at 34.5. Let's see if his fantasy score is posted yet. And his fantasy score is not posted yet. Next leg I'm going to go with is going to be Cam Thomas. And ever since he's coming off the injury list, he's been a cash cow. Last game was sweaty though. He was close to not chalking his points. Fortunately, he came through in the 4th quarter and he cashed for us. Cam Thomas, everything's in play. I do like his points. His Gabi points at 19.5. His points should be at 21.5. It did get bumped. Matchup is there going against the Hornets. I think Cam Thomas is going to have a big game. Obviously, Mark Williams is out, so they're missing some size. Cam Thomas should feed. He can catch this on points alone if you take his PRA. But I think I'm going to play it safe and take his points. Gabi points, his highest paid points. Gabi out there. You got 3 options. I'm going to stick this as 19.5. I'm projected to get about 20-21. Like I mentioned, his regular line just got bumped. So I'm going to avoid his regular line. Third leg I'm going to go with, it's a sneaky pick. And that is Davion Mitchell. Going against Chicago, the matchup is there. Playing great defense past couple of starts since he's been inserted into the starting lineup. For Davion Mitchell, I think I'm going to take his fantasy score. He has high steal potential, especially going. He's most likely going to be paired up against Kobe White, and Kobe White has been on a tear in the past couple of games. So I think they're going to put their best defense player on him, and that is Davion Mitchell. 21.5, definitely taking this. Has high steal potential, especially against the Bulls in this matchup. Kobe White usually has some problems with turnovers. And like I mentioned, I think Mitchell's going to be paired up with him. So I'm going to be taking his fantasy score at 21.5. You can also score about 10 points, get a couple rebounds and assists. So I'll be taking overall his fantasy score. And I got to target that Celtics and Lakers game. First one I'm going to go with is Luka, obviously. I think everything's in play. His Gabi points is solid at 22.5. As you can see, it's already a popular play. I think I'm going to go with his points. Actually, his rebounds and assists, 16.5. Last time we took him, he cashed for us, got 19. Given the matchup, I'm definitely going to be taking this at 16.5. But everything's in play. I do like his Gabi at 22.5. Might take that on a separate slip. Next one is LeBron. You got to target LeBron here as well. And for LeBron, I do like his points a little bit too high at 25.5. His Gabi is probably best at 19.5, or his Gabi PRA. Most likely will be taking his Gabi PRA. Luka or LeBron, we're going to have massive games. Maybe one of them might go even off, going to 40, 50 point game. Playing in Boston. So I think LeBron will usually play like he usually does. So most likely be taking his Gabi at 19.5 or his PRA at 34.5. Also, you can target Austin Reeves. But like I mentioned, I'm going to post a separate slip for just that game alone on my Discord. One more, and that's going to be on the Celtics side. And that's going to be Jason Tatum. You can also take Derek White. As you can see, his Gabi is the most popular play right now on Prize Picks. Jason Tatum, everything's in play. Most likely to be targeting his fantasy score, 48. They're well rested. They rested all their players last game out. As far as the Celtics, Jaylen Brown was out. Jason Tatum was out. Porzingis was out. So they're very rested. They're ready for the Lakers. So I'm going to take Tatum over fantasy score at 48. Rebounds and assists is solid at 14.5. That's also in play. But these are the ones I like for today's slate. Austin Reeves can be thrown in there. Derek White also. Like I mentioned, I will have a separate slip. So break these down into 2 or 3 mans. Don't take this exact same slip. I mean, you can, but suggest you break them down. But this is a pretty solid slip. DG Fantasy has them at 52.8% hit rate to go over. So mix and match. Pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. Hope you all have a great weekend, and see you guys to the next one.